In this video, we're going to be covering the final extrusion in, I guess, our series of covering all the different extrusions. So we're already in our family editing mode once again, and this one is the void form extrusion, and this one works just like the extrusion, except it's the opposite. The best way to show that is first we have to create an extrusion. So we'll just come in here, we're going to create a simple 3x3 square, and we're going to make it come out 3 feet. That way we just have essentially a perfect square. We just look at the shape. So the way an extrusion works is it creates something off of a surface to add more. The void extrusion is going to cut out that shape. And if you see, when you click on the void forms, it will actually give you the same options of all of these three, just in void options. So you have a void extrusion, a void blend, a void revolve, a void sweep, a void swept blend. And they work and function in the exact same way, but we're just going to stick with the simple void extrusion just to start. And so first thing, and this is where people get really confused, is you have to pick your plane. So I'm just going to go in here, I'm going to click pick plane. I'm going to pick this side. It's our front side. And let's just do a simple where we're going to cut out a 5x5 hole through it. Now, with these ones, your start and your end are different. Usually your end is going to pull up, but this time they're now going to push in. So if we click OK, we can see that it cut that hole into there. And because it's a 3x3 cube, it went all the way through. And we can see that it shows up as we highlight over it. But if we click on it, we have the same functions to drag and to drop. But if we were to cut this down to just a 2 feet, we'll see that it doesn't quite make it all the way through. It just comes part of it. So with this, you're able to start, in a sense, molding and crafting. It's kind of like sculpting. Really, you could just take a block like this and you can sculpt shapes out of it, and you can get really interesting with it. And we'll just function with a little bit, or we'll experiment with a few other ones. So if we take the void form, and this time we'll do like the sweep. So we're going to pick our path. And this time I'm just going to use the pick lines, and I'm going to just pick the top. And it got mad at me because I clicked more than once. But if I do this, you can see how the line is going to go this way, that way, and I actually want it to go, this is where it gets tricky if you're not careful, because I actually don't want that line. I gotta square off and grab that line. Okay, so it still wraps it around. And now what we can do is click OK, more than one loop. Okay, let's just cancel that then, and we'll try again. So we're just going to pick, once again, we'll do a pick line. We just want that line. I just want that line by itself. Okay, we'll take that one. And we'll just leave it at that. So I'm going to click OK. So it's hard to see, but our plane is going to be there, and we're following this line by that line. So if we go back into our modify, do edit profile, show our plane, hop onto this side, and what's nice is we can actually see what we're going to cut. So if we do anything like this, it's not going to do anything because we just outlined something that doesn't exist. If we clicked OK and then we clicked OK again, it'll show us it's there, but as you can see, it's not cutting anything. So let's go back into it, hop back into our side, and double click on it again so we can get our purple lines for editing. We want to leave our box there. But if we get rid of these lines that we created, and now let's do this, let's do the opposite. Let's start here, come in, and just like that shape we made before, I'm going to cut out that shape. So click OK, all of our lines are closed, and if we OK it one more time, it now carves that section out. So this works well for if you have a column that you want to create an intricate topping to, or pillars. You can then create a simple extrusion, and rather than trying to draw and create this fancy extrusion, you just create a simple shape and then cut out a fancy shape out of it, and it gives you a simple way of being able to customize and edit as you wish. And this will behave just like with anything else. Because we selected our plane to be on that side, if we extend this side out, it'll extend with it, it'll shrink with it, and so on and so forth. And that's how a void form works.